What's up, guys? Kunal here, Bulls on Wall Street. Let's dig into what the heck is happening in the United States stock market and what we got to do for the FOMC tomorrow. It's a big one. Most likely it's a nothing burger, but it's a big one. And the reason is that, originally it looked like there would be no more rate cuts for December, and now it's on the table. And obviously the Trumpster has his own stoolie coming in, Mr. Hassett, and he's already come in and basically said, like, yo, I'm cutting, and that's what I got to do. So we already have seen a pre-announcement run in the metals. The metals market knows what's going on, right? I mean, right? The dollar debasement trade and all of this kind of stuff. It's all there. The metals have been showing it. I mean, everybody talks about Bitcoin this, Bitcoin that, but the real asset class that's been flying has been what? The GLD, the gold, baby, that Indian gold. Man, it's ready to ramp it up too. So the market is telling us something. The small caps are going. Look at this. The micro caps are going. We've got, a full-blown market run. The only thing that's been stagnating is the old trade, right? That's your Mag 7 or, the lame 8 if you want to throw in AVGO in there. They've been farting around. If you look, NVIDIA's a dud, right? AMD, double dud. Microsoft, dud. None of them are trending, right? None of them are trending. Not a single one. I mean, Netflix is downtrending. That's the only one that's actually trending, right? And if you throw AVGO in, of course, that is trending, and it does look very, very good, and we'll dig into this one in a little bit, but that's really the only one. So let's take a look and see what we want to do. So my game plan for tomorrow. I think probably the FOMC is a nothing burger. If we dump off into the FOMC, so they announce at 2 o'clock. If we dump off, and we can get into some supports before Powell starts talking, I think probably if the price action shows it, we make a low, we try to snag this thing, and we play for this kind of breakout right here, which is in the cards. Almost always there are 2 to 3 shakeouts on FOMC. So what I mean by that is that, when Powell announces, you'll either get a spike up or a spike down, a decent sized one, maybe 1% or so. The market's not that volatile right now. And then it'll reverse. And then the thing is, once Powell starts to talk, then you'll often dump off and then you'll reverse it again. So you get like, what's that movie from, epic movie, right? The figure skating movie, The Cutting Edge, right? The Pamchenko, right? That's the double Lutzy. That's the double Lutzy where you whamp it, then whamp it, but then you whamp it and whamp it again. We call that the double Lutzy in the trading game. But I think that's my play, right? Like, you got 620 is a big level here. If we dump off, try to add some, and then play for this kind of triple tap trendline breakout, and that takes us into this, all right? So that's the play. On the IWMs, you can already see we're right there. Now, I've tried to break out the IWM a few times to no avail. But here we are, right? We're testing it. Let's just call this the spot. The trading on it's been a little bit tricky. It's been dipping and ripping and fading, but that's normal before that FOMC. Let's see what holds up tomorrow, right? If they cut, if I get a inkling even before the cut, maybe I'll load in some IWM calls. They actually trade freaking cheap compared to QQQs. We can do something like that. They're using the buck range. You can even go a few days out. So look at IWM calls. Beyond that, I got a couple names I like. The Wolf Nation. We were in this in the morning today. Had a nice trend day. I'm not holding, I'm trying not to have like a book of business right before that FOMC, but dude, this thing has a beauty. That's what they're supposed to look like. There's not many of these patterns out there right now, too, right? You got Cypher, pretty similar setup. The only problem with Cypher is you got this like little nub here, right? and it's like a little middle finger. That kind of, what I'm trying to do is just pretend like that never happened. I'm gonna go with that as my trend line break, and we'll see what's up. All right, IBIT had a pop today. You know, if this thing can come through this range here tomorrow, I think we can come in with maybe some MSTR. It popped up today and then faded off. I would go in with like maybe the 200 calls. Go like maybe 2 weeks out. You can go a week out. I mean, whatever, right? Who are we kidding? We're in this for tonight, right? We're trying to get snookies tonight. So this looks pretty good. If it can break 200, I think we're in for it. We'll see what's up. I know a lot of people are asking about BMNR. They do got this ETF for it that does 4 million shares in volume. This had a nice little stick on it too. Look, my only worry with these kind of treasury plays is that, obviously, as soon as they pop, they got to do the dilutions and stuff. But you do have room to about the 50-day moving average. So keep an eye on this bad boy too. I think that one's in the cards. Look, the rest of it, MU's got a breakout here. Looks pretty damn good. That's like, you got a spot here, right? It's coiled up enough on the weekly. It looks pretty good on the hourly. It looks pretty good on the 15-minute, right? That one's pretty good. AVGO's got a spot. Hey, Tesla. The way Tesla's dip got gobbled up from yesterday's, downgrade dip, the way it got gobbled up, that tells me this thing is ready to break out. I know the old high is like, 480 or whatever, but we're pretty much there. We're about 2 days worth of ATR from there. The way today's price action was interesting. Like if you go to 5-minute chart, I mean, it opened up weak and it went right out of the gate, right? I mean, if you go from here to 405, it's almost 20 points, right? That's pretty good. Google looks pretty good. Got flag pattern on this one. And you even had like that kind of fake dump and then reversal on it. I think this one's got a good shot. At some point, these are all turds. No, nothing going on these. And look, Apple's got a spot right here too. It's just resting there. Couldn't really hold much today, but maybe needs to retest the 20. I don't like the weekly chart on this one, compared to like, let's say an MU that has like a little bit more coil to it. So keep that in the mind. The rest of this, I'm already in this PAS. I've been posting this one on Twitter and my chat room and stuff like that. Fucking fantastic. I got in my swing account this Enam. Oh my god. Mora man. Hey, look at this bad boy, right? Like, first couple ads, like I adding this particular day, then they came back, retested, broke again, add a couple more, kind of pyramid this thing up here. And then, frankly, if it kind of took out this range, I may even add like another small lot to it, and we'll see kind of what's up. But I didn't want to get too gun heavy on this. Silver, look, you got some silver stocks here. You got AG, E to the VK. What the fuck? EXK. Right? $10 is the flat top breakout on this. But this is a right on support. You want to preempt that flat top breakout, right? You want to preempt that flat top breakout. We're talking about Wolf. I think this comp is a real estate company. You got flag pattern. You're going into FOMC. 1090 is a spot. Can't argue with this one, right? And, and then you got this lemonade. This one I'm staying away from tomorrow. And the reason is lack of liquidity. On these kind of Fed days, I want to have really liquid names. And then, dude, I'd leave the rest alone. I'll post like a little bit, juicier list later. But I want to keep this short and sweet. Those names that we've talked about, the silvers, right? Some cryptos. I think MU, right? These are probably like some good spots. I think the rest of it, we need liquid names. Like, even something like a HUT or something, right? That could work. This one is liquid enough. It's got probably a room to about 55. Galaxy took off today. Holy shit. Look at this fucking trend on this thing. Sorry for the swearing. Pot, I gotta wash wash my mouth with soap here, but dude, we got a breakout here. I saw that 60 spot upgrade price target today. A little late reacting, getting to the computer. Holy shit! Pun intended. Damn, that looks like a beauty. All right, so short stuff. I'll be in the Boom Boom Room tomorrow, guys. By the way, I have a free Discord channel too, where I stream live for I believe it's Tuesdays and Thursdays, and then I usually come on during big days, where there's stuff that we need to do. So you guys can always come in and hop in and watch that stuff too. All right, I love you guys. Peace.